8 things that I think that every man should have in their everyday carry kit. Let's go. Hi, my name is Ayan and on this channel I talk about tech, travel and transform. Now I have been very carefully crafting my everyday carry essentials for a very long time, and this is recommendation purely on the basis of my opinion. You might not agree with it, but that's totally okay. These tools are very much helpful in my day-to-day life. Some of them have been life savior. This is not a sponsored video. All the items that I will be showing in this video is bought from my very own hard-earned money, and you can always find link to buy them in the description below. But now let's start with the very first item in this kit, and that is a pocket knife. So I have been carrying a pocket knife for many years, and I don't even remember when was the first time I actually started carrying pocket knife. Since the day I started carrying a pocket knife, there has been a single day which I imagine leaving the home without having a pocket knife. And currently the knife that I'm carrying is called CRKT Squid, made by a company called CRKT. I'm not very sure if it's American or if it's Russian, but they make really high quality knives. So I use pocket knife for all kind of things daily on, whether it's unpacking Amazon boxes, whether it's scratching something on the wall or all kind of things, and you will find a reason to use pocket knife if you have it in your everyday carry kit. So of course there are certain options that you could go for when it comes to a pocket knife. I usually prefer a folding pocket knife. So there are some recommendations that I wanted to put out. The CRKT Squid is definitely one of my go-to pocket knife. Then there is this another fixed blade knife by CRKT which I bought last year, and this is a fixed blade knife which I usually carry with me if I'm traveling, if I'm planning to hike somewhere. And these usually are not very easy to get, especially if you are watching it from India. So the recommendation that I want to give for my Indian audience is to go to Decathlon and get this knife. It's made by a company called Solo Ganak, which you could find easily in any Decathlon store near you. Something that you might want to consider is to check your local laws before carrying a pocket knife. There are some regions in some countries the pocket knife is not allowed, whereas it's very much open in other countries. Usually I have seen that almost every country has some sort of limit to the length of blade that you could carry with you. But yeah, I would highly recommend that if you have never carried a pocket knife in your life, then start putting one in your EDC kit, and then there is never a going back. Alright, moving to the next item that I recommend everyone should put in their EDC kit is a flashlight. Now, a portable flashlight is something that I recently added to my everyday carry collection, and I totally understand if you're thinking that almost every phone is coming with a built-in flashlight in today's time, then why we need to carry a dedicated flashlight separately in our everyday carry. And trust me, I had the similar question before I have put it into my everyday carry collection, and there is no going back. Similar to pocket knife, I could just say that you will find reason to use flashlight. And talking about a dedicated portable flashlight, this one is made by a company called Phoenix. The model number is Phoenix E18R version 2. It's a very compact flashlight, and I think it's 1600 lumens. So lumens is actually the intensity the flashlight can throw light at. And trust me, your smartphones are not at all great when it comes to that much of lumens. This is like 800 and 900 lumens that we are talking about. So this one is the first mode that we call a reading mode, which you can just use to, read inside the tent or just see if anything that you dropped. And then it has different levels. It can go up to a certain amount. And I think this one is the highest. You can see that it's totally different. It can totally light me if I want to make a video. And a great part about this flashlight is you can also use it in the situation that no one wants to get into. I am talking about self-defense. And yes, this flashlight has a mode which can typically blind someone for a few seconds and give you enough time to run. So if you press and hold this button, you will see that this flashlight goes into this blinding mode, and if you directly put it into someone's eyes, you will get easily 10 to 15 seconds to run away and find yourself in a safe situation comparatively. And that was the major reason I started adding flashlight to my everyday carrying kit, especially while traveling to a different country. You might be thinking that you can also use knife for self-defense, but you never know the country that you are traveling to have what sort of self-defense laws and what could be used against you if you end up injuring someone. But this flashlight is very much simple. You just have to put it in someone's eyes and you can get out of the situation very quickly without hurting anyone, without involving anything that put you into a dangerous situation in terms of legalities. So yes, every time I travel, I like to keep this flashlight in my everyday carry kit. The base of this flashlight is magnetic, so you can also put it in different places. You can also attach it, let's say, at the bumper of your car while you're repairing it, and all sorts of different places. There is a dual clip on this flashlight, so you can put it in your pocket, and using the front front clip, you can also put it in your hat, so it becomes a sort of a throw flashlight that you can use while bicycling, while doing different things. So it's a great utility tool, and I highly recommend that if you haven't put any flashlight in your everyday carry kit, you could start with one. This is the one that I recommend by Phoenix. It's a good company. The build is really good. It's made of aluminum and it has a rechargeable battery inside, recharged using USB-C. Let me know if you want to have a full complete video on this flashlight. I can make it. The other flashlight that I have is by a company called Cash Cow. This one has less lumens, but this is comparatively bigger, and it takes a AA cell, which you can find easily anywhere. And if you know that you're going to places where you need a dedicated flashlight to put on your head, then you can also go for something like this, which is like a headlamp that you can put on top of your head. And this comes really handy if you are hiking, if you are cycling. And yes, it also has different mode. So one of the mode is simple red light, which you can put at the back while you are bicycling, so people know that you are out there. And then it comes at different intensity. And yes, you can also find flashlight like these in your local Decathlon store. So highly recommend that if you haven't already, put flashlight in your everyday carry kit, and you will never be going back again. Alright, talking about item number 3 that I feel everyone should have in their everyday carry kit is a slim wallet. And I know how much you all love slim wallets. I actually made 2 videos on my channel recommending almost 10 to 12 different slim wallets. So the wallet that I'm currently carrying is Alpaca Slim Wallet. It's a great wallet, and it can carry multiple cards and a cash over here. I also recommend that you can also use a slim wallet in terms of a MagSafe wallet, which I also showed in my previous video by Spigen. So these two are great wallets, and they're also definitely a style statement. Trust me, no one likes bulky wallets these days. It's the time of minimalism, and everyone likes carrying slim wallets like this. So if you want to check out different recommendation, I already made 2 videos showing almost my entire wallet collection, so you can check it out. I'm gonna link that in the description. But yeah, item number 3 is slim wallet. If you are still carrying bulky wallet, then it's definitely time to upgrade. The next item on my list is a key organizer, and yes, I carry a lot of different keys. I also carry something that are easily adaptable in my keychain. For example, my YubiKey, which I use for 2-factor authentication, and also a pen drive that comes in handy every now and then. You never really know. So the keychain that I recommend is a key organizer by a company called OrbitKey, again an Australian company, but you can also find it in India if you look around. And I actually have multiple key organizers by OrbitKey. So you can see I have one in black leather. Then I have one in rubber material. This one is more rugged. It is also waterproof, so it's really great. This can easily hold, I think, 6 to 8 different keys, which is amazing. And yes, everyone is carrying different keys, whether it's your house key, whether it's your car key. So it's also very good to have a key organizer which protects you from jingling the key. And I also made an entire video about my key setup, so key organizer setup, so you can also check out in the description. So talking about my key setup, it has a couple of keys, and it also has a multi-tool which the same company OrbitKey makes. This multi-tool is really handy. It has a bottle opener, it has a screwdriver, it has a small file, it also has a small scale. So a lot of different things that you could do with the multi-tool that stays in your key organizer. And then I also have a small storage media drive by the same company OrbitKey. It's a 32 GB pen drive that stays all the time in my key organizer wherever I'm going. And last but not the least, I also have my YubiKey in the key organizer. So if you don't already know, YubiKey is something that protects you over on the internet. You can use it for 2-factor authentication to protect your account. So whenever I'm logging in, after adding my password, I have to attach a YubiKey and touch it to actually go into my account. So it protects all my online accounts and provides me an extra layer of security. And this is a 3D printed holder that I am using to carry the YubiKey inside my OrbitKey organizer. There are also other key organizers in the market, so you can definitely check them out as well. But my recommendation is always OrbitKey organizers. The next thing in my list is pretty straightforward, and I feel that everyone should carry it, but for some reason people are not carrying it, is just a regular pen. So I know it's quite obvious and quite weird recommending a pen in everyday carry collection, but trust me, it's not that obvious. I haven't seen a lot of people carrying pen lately, but for me, again, I never leave my house without having a pen in my pocket. So currently the pen that I'm carrying is a Muji fountain pen. And yes, I love fountain pens. I have a lot of fountain pen in my collection from Muji, from Lamy, from all sort of companies. Let me know if you want to see my fountain pen collection. I will show you. Also, the reason I carry fountain pen is I like to experiment with different inks. I have a lot of different inks that I keep changing in my pens, and this is a really great pen. I can't recommend enough. But irrespective of this, whatever pen works best for you, do add it in your EDC kit. Talking about another obvious item number 6 on my list is a wristwatch. So for me, wristwatch is something that again I can never leave a home without. Depending on different situation, I like to carry different watches. I have a dress watch, I have a sports watch, I have a watch for fitness. So currently I'm carrying my Apple Watch 7th generation. It's a great watch. I can have different bands on it depending on where I'm going. It's also waterproof, so I can also swim with it. Every time I go out, it tracks my step, it tracks how much calories I'm burning at the gym, so it's a great thing. But if you're not into digital watches, because I totally understand, I always love analog watches more than digital watches, then the second favorite that I have at this very moment is the G-Shock GSA 2100 series, and this is the transparent one. It also comes in black and other few colors, but this is a great watch. G-Shock is really known for its rugged build quality. Let me know if you want to see my watch collection. I would happy to show you. Highly recommend everyone trying a wristwatch in their everyday carry collection. I hope you already have, but if not already, then you could pick out this G-Shock. The second last item on my list is a very weird item, but trust me, it has saved me in a lot of different situations, and that is a padlock. I know it's quite weird. The first time I heard anyone carrying a padlock in their everyday carry kit was Ali Abdal. He's a great YouTuber who talks about productivity, and I totally love his content. So I was listening to him where he mentioned that he never leaves home without a padlock, and after that I started adding padlock to my everyday carry kit, and I can definitely see a lot of different pros about this. So when it comes to such situation where you are traveling in a different country and you have a lot of expensive gear, you don't have to have a more secured bag, you just have to have more secured than anyone else. So by just adding a padlock, you are actually deterring a lot of people who are into pickpocketing, who want to take your stuff away. And also there were some instances where I was traveling to another country, I rented a bike, I rented a scooter, and I wanted to lock it somewhere, and I used this padlock to lock it. Earlier this year I went to Almaty for a 3-week long trip, and I tried different public sauna baths there, and all of them were providing free lockers, but you had to bring your own padlock. And thanks to my everyday carry kit, I was always having a padlock there. So yes, a padlock is not that obvious, but definitely it can come in really handy, so consider adding it to your everyday carry kit. Alright, time for the final item in the suggested list, and that is a sling bag. So I mentioned a lot of items that I recommend everyone should carry, but it's very difficult to carry all these items in your pocket, and it's not that straightforward to carry it in your bag all the time, because you will be finding it here and there, juggling and oftentimes losing into the depth of the bags. So that is why I usually carry a sling bag with me, and now I have a lot of different sling bag, and let me know if you want a video. I will show you every sling bag that I own. But one of my favorite sling bag that also I'm currently using in my everyday carry is this one by Nike, Air Jordan. This one is a very simple sling bag. It doesn't have any organization built in. It just have 2 pockets, one in the front where I usually put my power bank, my knife, my flashlight, and one in the back where I usually put my wallet. I put other things that I just showed you, like padlock. This one is a great option because if you are traveling, if you're on a city stroll, you can put all the items and you can dump it there without actually juggling everything in your pocket or in your backpack. And of course, I recommend everyone to get a good quality sling bag, especially if you're carrying this expensive items. Usually when I'm traveling, I also put my phone in my sling bag. So yes, it has to be a great quality. I can recommend some sling bag like Muji, like TomTalk. TomTalk videos I've already made on my channel, so you can also check it out. But yes, this is a sling bag that I'm currently carrying. It's by Air Jordan, Nike. The zippers are great, the strings are great. It comes in different color. I think it also comes in black, and it looks really great. It doesn't get bulky. It gives you a lot of satisfaction when you are traveling with everything over here, and you can quickly access everything with just 2 zippers. So yeah, highly recommend that you put everything in a sling bag, especially while you are traveling or on a city stroll. Alright, so that was all the items that I recommend everyone putting in their everyday carry kit. Let me know what you think about it and which one was your favorite item. If you want to check out the video where I showed you whatever I carry in my tech pouch, you can check it over here. And if you want to check out the video where I showed whatever I carry in my everyday carry sling bag in TomTalk, you can check out over here. Thank you very much for watching it. I hope you learned something new. I hope you enjoyed it. And on this note, I'm gonna see you in the next one.